Greetings, my friend. In a world swirling with uncertainty and doubt, do you often find yourself amidst naysayers, those who can't seem to share your vision or enthusiasm? Well, you're not alone. Let's unravel the art of navigating through a sea of unsupportive folks around us, and trust me, the insight here will leave you ready to face them with a new perspective. Let's get personal for a minute. Picture a friend of mine and we're pretty much stuck with this person. Every social encounter feels like walking into a storm of complaints and negativity, be it work woes or the daily news. Here's a revelation though. I realized that some individuals just have an affinity for bonding over grievances. Ever come across that? Misery does love company, after all. Now, here's a quick rundown of emotional frequencies. Envision a scale. Lower frequency emotions like shame, fear, and jealousy lie at the bottom, while higher vibe feelings like joy and love shoot through the top. People who wallow in pessimism aren't usually vibing high, and the key here is, if we're armed with compassion and understanding of their state, we can avoid getting dragged down. As we wade deeper into understanding those who lack support, consider the fear that holds back countless folks from, say, starting their online ventures or even just posting a video. The thought of being judged or talked down upon can be paralyzing. From someone who's been in the trenches of creating content, here's a nugget of truth. Your initial attempts may not be stellar, but it's the persistence and the growth that count. Dealing with naysayers? Most often, it's their own insecurities and fears getting projected onto you. Take this experience of mine receiving a scathing email critiquing a video I made. Rather than descending into the pitfall of annoyance, it became clear that the sender was battling her own demons of jealousy and missed opportunities. Reflect, have they channeled their energy into their passions instead of hurling judgments? Before we dig even deeper, a quick side note. Have you ever wanted to elevate yourself, sculpt the finest version you can be? That's what I'm offering in a free course, packed with workshops to help you transform into that ideal self. Now, folks, adaptation is key. We're like thermostats, trying to stay within a comfortable range, but when we start changing, some around us can't keep pace. They want to lock us into a familiar pattern. As a musician who's seen bands evolve or derail, I've witnessed fans gripe about any departure from what they're used to. Yet, the truth? Those same bands often thrive by breaking the mold. Therefore, when you embrace change and grow beyond your 1.0 self, expect resistance. I've endured ridicule and skepticism myself as a YouTuber. But as my content grew more polished and my channel gained traction, those same doubters began to seek my advice. Effort, my friends, commands respect. Give others time to recognize and accept the 2.0 you. Ultimately, the final stride in dealing with unsupportive people is to rise above it. Accept that the human brain is wired to pay more attention to the negative. It's a survival mechanism ingrained deep within our psyche. Knowing this, it's crucial to blunt that bias and maintain focus on our goals. In the grand scheme of things, we must learn to disregard the opinions that don't uplift us. Keep your sights fixed on your true north, your aspirations, your 2.0 identities. Be driven by the horror of regret rather than the discomfort of rejection, and understand that change takes time to settle. That's the pep talk for today. Embrace these principles, keep your head high, and carve out the heroic, unstoppable version of yourself. Before we wrap up, here's a thought: how will you implement these strategies in your life? And for those who found value in this discourse, your token of appreciation is welcome. The link's in the description. Don't forget to subscribe, hit like, and ring the notification bell to harness the power of change and growth we've talked about today. Stop settling, start living. Until the next enlightening conversation, farewell. Gentlemen, imagine a world where deadlines feel like an easy breeze and your performance skyrockets, leaving missed opportunities and stress-induced health issues as nothing but a distant memory. That's what we're exploring today, cutting straight to the chase to unravel the hidden forces that hijack your drive and productivity. If you've ever found yourself scrambling to send out that final draft in the 11th hour, or you've muttered to yourself, "Why do I keep doing this?" then this video is your game changer. Welcome to the deep dive into the real reasons behind procrastination. Now, it's time to buckle up and zoom in on what's really going on under the hood of our minds when we procrastinate. You might think it's because you're lazy, disorganized, or you're chasing after the elusive ghost of perfection. But those are mere smokescreens. What's really at play is a sneaky little protection racket happening right inside your brain. Yes, I said protection. Your amygdala, your brain's alarm system, is actually trying to shield you from potential embarrassment, rejection, or failure. So, in reality, procrastination isn't the villain. It's your fight or flight response overdoing its job. Now, let's flip the script. Imagine you could transform anxiety, that tricky future-gazing vision of everything going belly up, into sheer excitement. Sounds like a stretch? Stay with me. These two emotions are like two sides of the same coin, the yin and yang residing on the same spectrum of feeling. Instead of dreading the potential pitfalls, what if you could get pumped about the possibilities of success? Let me give you a personal anecdote. Picture me, over a decade ago, tiptoeing into the YouTube arena. I had this fear of hitting record. I stressed over making everything perfect and ended up with flat growth for years. It was painful. But the moment I decided to shift gears, to only craft content I was genuinely jazzed about, that's when the subscriber count went off the charts. It wasn't about perfection anymore, it was about passion and power. That, my friends, is how you kiss procrastination goodbye. Before you think procrastination is a slacker's game, consider this: the people who often struggle the most are the high achievers. Being labeled lazy? Far from it. The real issue is caring too much, fearing too much. And if you've ever hidden behind the perfectionist label, it's time for a wake-up call. Perfectionism is the ultimate procrastination enabler. It's an escape hatch from taking actionable steps. But there's a way out by embracing imperfection and jumping headlong into the fray. Picture this scenario from a renowned photography class, where students given the freedom to click away without fretting over perfection ended up outclassing the ones tasked with crafting the impeccable shot. The lesson? The path to your finest work is paved with plentiful progress, not painstaking perfection. And let's crush another myth. Quality work isn't born from an agonizing grind. What if I told you that lowering your threshold for success could actually lead to greater achievements? Like writing just 2 mediocre pages a day, or kicking off a gym session with a no-pressure sauna steam bath. It's about breaking down your tasks into bite-sized, doable deeds that nudge you across the starting line and build up to success. Understanding the essence of your procrastination is your ticket to freedom. You're not dodging tasks because you're avoiding work. You're avoiding that mental image of failure. But when you switch that scene in your mind's eye from a potential disaster to potential victory, you'll be itching to jump into action. It's all about harnessing the power of positive anticipation. Friends, now that you're equipped with this newfound wisdom, I encourage you to dive neck-deep into the exhilarating waters of productivity. If the idea of honing your procrastination-busting skills fires you up, there's more where that came from. Smash that subscribe button, give the like bell a ring, and awaken to a new dawn of excitement and motivation. As we wrap up this riveting journey into the psyche of productivity, I'd like to challenge each of you. What's the first step you're eager to take, starting today, in transforming your anxiety-laden procrastination into thrilling, actionable excitement? Share your pioneering move in the comments below, and let's catalyze our collective progression into juggernauts of achievement. If this video served as a beacon of insight, propelling you through the mist of procrastination towards the sunlit uplands of productivity, consider leaving a gratuity proportional to the value you've reaped. You'll find the link in the description. Your patronage fuels the creation of more transformative content, empowering all of us in our relentless pursuit of success. Until the next revelation, here's to turning the tables on procrastination and embracing every thrilling challenge. The world waits for no man, and with our newfound clarity, we are unstoppable.